All right, and we are live. Um, yeah, let me just. All right, everything should be going. We're just going to wait for people to hop on and join us. All right, today we are talking about. Hey, Nigel. I'm so pleased to see you over here. Just let me know, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me nicely, if there's any buffering. Um, hey Nigel, can you see me? Um, all right, perfect. Because I am having some internet difficulties, so I couldn't stream. So I had to go live on my webcam, and yeah, amazing. So today we are talking about the our inner child and the importance of having a relationship with our inner child. So I just want to know in the chat box, put it in there. Um, have you done visitations with your inner child? What is your relationship like with your inner child? If you can pop that into the chat box, that would be great. And let's get the engagement going. It will only be me today. Reina will unfortunately not be able to make it. Um, so, yeah, we're going to have some fun together. So, when it comes to the inner child, um, it is. Ooh, Nigel says, I had a strict upbringing by my father and was a um, nurse's child. All right. I've got to learn a new word today. I need to go check it out. um, oh, nervous child. Okay. Yeah. So that is a um, also one of the scars that we carry with us even up till today. And if we don't go back to those stages, in your case where you felt nervous and you go and calm your inner child down in that situation, even if it's like way back in the past, you can use the present moment and go there and be the parent that you needed to have at that stage. And the healing, the ripple effect, it's like um, there's a, there's an old road. There was a big hole in the road, and um, you go from a future, you go back there to fill that road so that your inner child can cross over that road more smoothly. And yeah, it has a ripple effect of changing actually history if you go and do some inner child healing. Let me just fix this camera. There we go. All right. Transactional analysis, parent, adult, child. Yes, definitely. Yeah, so at the end of later on during this live, we are going to do a meditation where we're going to, um, where I'll be guiding you to go and just visit um, your inner child and create a space where you can always go to if you want to do some inner child work, because I believe it's even now more relevant than ever to do this kind of work. Because if we don't do it, nobody else is going to do it for us because it's our inner child. it is us working with us directly. So yeah, super excited with that. I'm not sure how long this session will be. We're just going to um, roll with it and just see what comes to the surface. I'm super excited for that. This morning, while I was having a brief meditation about this live, another interesting thing that pops up is this planet inner child, because this planet also has a history. Yes, it's very, very old, but it had a period where it was still busy growing and expanding. And while it was revolving around the um, the star, and it was bombarded with a lot of space dust and space rocks. So it's chaos and it's dramatic and um, it's the forming stages until what we have today. So even those little healings and providing the energetics for it to just acknowledge those parts, I think acknowledgement goes a long way, especially for children as well. If you take a look at, they just want to be recognized and have some attention, just to say, okay, I am here. I'm not alone. Um, so yeah, my inner child needs lots of love. Didn't get much as a child. Yes, and it's a perfect time to rekindle and love your inner child the way that you want to be loved now, and be that version and have that person to love. And yes, I believe it's going to be fantastic. So I just wrote last night, so I was just going to read it, um, about the inner child. So yeah, the inner child. We all have within us a wounded warrior. Having been through so much disappointments and heartbreaks and emotional scars, this being is also the wounded version of you. Would you agree that we deserve to give our inner child the recognition and love you so much needed at that stage? Inner child scars are carried by everyone, including you and me. By showing up for our inner child, we show up for ourselves, and we take the time to heal all wounds through compassion, love, and forgiveness. By showing up in this way, we loosen the shackles that holds our health, self-esteem, confidence, and the joy you experienced, to be free from the weight that you have been carrying. There are certain events that we experience as a child that we have taken to heart because of openness, trust, and innocence that we came into the world as. Words people said to us that offended us and broke our spirits down. These are some of the deeper wounds that we carry. Feeling left alone and abandonment is also a scar that presents itself. What are some of the things that stand out for you as an inner child? So if you can pop that in the comment box, if you think back, as you mentioned, Nigel, that you were a nervous child. What else? If you have to think back, like what emotions carried through? Um, what came? If you just have to think, what's the thing that pops up in your mind instantaneously about what needs to be healed or that you experienced as a child? For me, it's the feeling of needing to do this, otherwise I might fall behind. And for our inner child, small things are usually the big things. And yes, fear, anxiety, anticipation, yes. And also, what I wanted to touch upon, we are evolutionary beings. We are here to evolve. And the prime, before the DNA distortions and everything happened, right? There's certain integrations that happen at certain age period as we develop. By the age of 12, we normally start commencing the soul integration. But because of the distortion from birth, that connection has been lost and put into our mind the um, progress that, or it puts in the programming of death instead of regeneration and integration. So from the moment you start that you are born, you actually start to die already, right? Because everybody's bound for birth and death, but that is not the natural process, right? We are supposed to transcend this body and not die within this body. So by the age of 12, we should start integrating soul. And by the age of 22 um, to 33, we're supposed to embody the oversoul. And then from that on, the higher aspects of ourselves. So if we do not integrate the soul, we cannot integrate the oversoul because it's layers, it stacks upon each other. So for us in our inner child, we came in because when you come into, if you birth, your awareness and energetics are burst wide open, and you um, know that you got these integrations to do, but it doesn't want to happen because of the distortion, and we usually didn't get the knowledge of how to um, restore the distortions. So that's also why we made the choices that we did once we become teens in our teenage years. Um, so yeah, that is also one thing to keep in mind, which is part of the bigger picture and also part of our inner child scarring as well. All right, some of the comments. My dad used to like alcohol and would wake me and my brothers up when we were asleep to talk to us. Never physically hurt, just mentally. I was a loner at school too, did well academically, but not socially. Yes, I can also relate to that. Um, but yeah, it is those small things that um, which adults don't normally see that does the biggest damage to us as children. And even now, by the age that you are 10, 20 years from now, you'll do the same work, just adult work, not just child work, you'll do adult work as well. All these things are necessary. And if you, um, uh, one thing that I remember that I once did in a child work, and from my personal experience, when I was younger, I once felt a presence that everything is going to be okay when I was a child. And I remember it came from, it's like from me, but it's like from, it's not from this child version of mine. And then when I did the inner work later on in life, a couple of years ago, it was actually, I was taken to that point to be that version, to facilitate that experience for my child, right? So we can change history. And I know it for a fact because I've done it with personal experience. And the more we do it, the more we are able to change the timelines for our where we are now because it has a ripple effect. And yes, it won't change what happened, right? But it changes what we have control over, and that's how we react to it. So yeah, no, definitely, and that is um, could also be linked to the childhood period. Um, all right, I see we got another person that's live with us. Thank you so much for joining. Join us in the comments, pop in, say hi. And yeah, so we're talking about inner child, and later on, we're going to do a meditation, which I'm super excited for. And also just pop into the comments. What are some of the things that popped up for you as a child that emotionally scarred you, or mentally, or any sorts of that? So yeah, inner child. I think school as well, because children are going to be brutal most of the time as well. Bullies, and also bullies, they got more work to do, inner child work to do. It's because obviously from situations from home as well, which washes over into the school grounds. And so, yeah, there's major healing that needs to take place for our inner child. All right. So, if you guys would like to dive into the meditation to have some more time with the inner child, because this is practical, it doesn't just help talking about the inner child, because I'm so badly want to take you guys to your inner child, just so that you can be there and experience and love upon this child. I just want to make a note. Power is going off in 45 minutes, so I'm going to try to wrap it up before then. So yeah. All right. Hello, Hartna. Um, yeah, definitely. I'm also having issues with internet. So if there's any glitches, just bear with us. I'll try to make it work. My plan A didn't work at all, so this is plan B, and we are live. So I'm happy. Okay. So um, if I'm just going to guide you guys through this meditation that was given to me last night for our inner child, and yeah, it's going to be beautiful. So if you're ready, I invite you to become comfortable wherever you are. Get yourself nice and seated. If you want to lay down, you're more than welcome to do so. Just get comfortable in this now moment, wherever you are. Once you are settled, I invite you to take 3 deep, beautiful breaths through your nose. And do that now. On the next exhale, gently close your eyes. Take slow, deep breaths. Keep on breathing calmly as you relax and release tension in your toes. And as you breathe, relax your fingers and your hands. Good. As you calmly breathe, roll your shoulders forward, up, and backwards. Take a nice, deep, and loving breath into your precious heart. And as you exhale, release all the tension you're carrying on your shoulders. We do not need to carry it any further on this journey with us. As you calmly breathe through your nose, release the tension you are holding in your legs. If you feel a particular area within your body that is holding any tension, breathe softly into that area and relax and let go. Relax and let go. With your eyes being closed, I invite you to see yourself standing in a space that is familiar to you. Here you are in a space that you loved visiting as a child. Are there any smells that are familiar to you? And in this space, I invite you to look around, and as you observe, you notice a child running into your scene. This child is you. At what age would you guess this child is? Is this child crying, scared, angry, hurt, anxious, afraid, happy, or having fun? Just notice this child. Feel what this child is feeling. What does this child require? Are you able to get close to the child? What words does this child desperately need to hear from you? Take a deep, beautiful, soft, loving breath in, and take this moment and be the parent that this child desperately needs in this moment. Just continue to take some deep, loving breaths in, and I'll be with you in a moment. Just be with this child. Share some wisdom with this child. And if you're guided to different scenes, allow it. You can heal multiple time capsules at the same time. Just follow your inner child where it's taking you. And just breathe calmly and lovingly. What gift can you bestow upon this child? Is there something that you can give the child to call upon you, the older version, the present version of you, whenever it just needs a parent? Tell this child how much you love them and all the things that he's going to accomplish. Some of the amazing experiences that lays ahead. Some insight and hope for future. And wherever you are with this child, thank the child for the impact that they will have and for all the choices that it will make that will lead you to where you are today. And once you're done thanking the child, when you're ready to come back, say your farewells and take a deep, beautiful breath in and gently open your eyes. And so it is. And whenever you want to go and visit your inner child, if you've given it a modality to get your attention, um, then you will know that that is the cue just to drop into your inner world and into the space where you met your inner child today. It will be waiting for you over there. And if you want to meet it out in a field, you're more than welcome to do so. Amazing. And if you guys can pop in the question in the comment, um, how did it go? Did you meet your inner child? Um, Amazing. That was a wonderful experience. My memory was quite short. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, the events normally that we tend to forget negative experiences. Um, Usually, when we come and take a journey like this, um, it's usually the ones that pop up, and I was like, oh, okay, this needs to be dealt with. Um, but yeah, my experience was also beautiful. I could feel my inner child's energy, and when I gave it a modality, I could just feel like a whole, um, like a prompt. Just my whole body was like boom, like all around my body. So yeah, well, it's a good signal to know when to drop in and just to give my um, inner child some love. Yes. It was also felt very peaceful. That is exactly what we are looking for because our inner child's already in a space, especially the wounded part of our um, wounded warrior. Um, it's used to chaos and destruction, and it just needs something different because you'll get answers if you're in a different space and bringing peace into a place where you don't want to be, you become at home where you are. So amazing, amazing. Drop a yes if you guys would like me to create a guided meditation based on this meditation that we did with some music in the background. Just drop me a double thumbs up in the comments, and then I will send it over through to you on via email once it is done. Yes. Block out the senses, just get some music in there as well, and just put pure focus in there. Amazing. All right, I'll do that. I'll create it and then I'll email it through. I got all of your emails. If you're watching this on replay and you are not on our mailing list, and go to our website. The link is in the description below, and just sign up. And then I will also send through the guided meditation once it's done. Thank you so much for everybody that's joined us. Thank you for showing up for your inner child. And just like this, remember every time you go visit your inner child, you are healing yourself and the collective at the same time. Yes, so be it, and so it is. Thank you, Nigel and Hortna, for joining us. It's always a pleasure to have you guys live on the sessions, and I will see you guys when I see you. Until then, live long and prosper. Thank you so much for your energy and your um, presence. You guys are amazing. Have a beautiful day, evening, moment, wherever you are. Till next time, take care. Bye for now.